Hi, Kyle Cadena, Studio Director of Music Resource Center, Cincinnati. This is my home recording setup, and we're going to keep going with episode 2 of Getting Started with GarageBand, and let's jump in. All right, so here we go. We're going to get started from where we left off in episode 1, and we're going to get into loops today and how to use loops in GarageBand. So if you look at the top right here on the screen, the center icon says, if you hover over it, says Loop Browser. You can either hit O on the keyboard or click on it. And what pops up is you have all these different sounds that you can pick and choose from. Some of you might not see this tempo and key section. If that's the case, you want to go up to GarageBand, Preferences, and you're going to go to loops here, and you want to make sure that loop browser is checked, and that will pop up the tempo and the key. And this is important because when you're putting loops together, you want to make sure that they're all in the same key. So I'm going to X out of this, and let's get back to our instruments. So I went through different bass sounds that I wanted to add because that was kind of the next instrument I wanted to add besides the drummer. So this is the drummer from the last episode. And I thought that was a cool beat that we could work with. The tempo is still 100 where I left it. Now, any of these loops here, this one is 140, 120, and 72. They will all adapt to the tempo in the session. Once you drag it into the edit window here, where it says drag Apple Loops here, it will adjust to the tempo. So as an example, I can just take this guitar sample and drag it in. Now that's not the sound I want, but as you can see, this audio file, you can just drag and it will create a track for you. There's some cool features with this. You can reverse the playback. And that could be kind of a really cool effect that you can use in your tracks. You can pitch correct it. You can enable flex, which means you can make sure it's in time. You can also, you click it here and then you can adjust where you want that transient to play on. If you want it off the beat for whatever reason, or if it's off the beat, then you can make it on the beat. So these are some cool features in GarageBand. If you're playing guitar, if you're playing along with drums or playing bass, this is a great feature where you can actually move and make sure that it is you're playing on the beat. And you can also adjust some pitch correction to it as well, which we can get into more later. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is I'm going to delete this. So I'm going to make sure it's highlighted gray, hit delete button, and then I'm going to hit it again, and then we'll get rid of the track. So I found a couple different bass lines here that I really liked. I clicked on instrument, and you can click on anything that you want to work on next, but I clicked on synthetic bass. I can pick what genre that I wanted to listen to. I can also go and just cycle through all these and try to listen to them. But I can be more specific. So I clicked on urban. So what's really cool is I can start hitting playback here. And then I can click on this funk synth. And that funk synth audio will pop in time with the drummer. So you can kind of sample what you like. That's kind of cool, groovy bass. All right. So I'm going to go back and click that urban, get off of that. I'm going to click this world Shogun bass. And if I like it, I can check this box here and it'll save. Yeah, let's take a listen to that. I actually have it right here. So that's really cool. I like that funky bass line. Let's listen to the next thing that I put together. So this is that classic funk synth. I can type it in here and it will come up, and it's in the key of C. And what's really great about these MIDI loops, so you have the green, which are the MIDI loops, and the blue that are the audio loops. So you can actually manipulate these MIDI notes in the piano roll. So if I click on a region here, and if I don't see this, I can double click on it, or where the scissors is, the editor. It will pop up. So I actually created this last portion because this one, this Funk Synth 07, was only a measure long, and these were 2 measures long. So I created another region here to complete it all, which I kind of copied and pasted some of these elements and wrote in some parts and adjusted some of these. So I can kind of move this around if I wanted to and just work with that. So if I just select, so there's a lot of cool options here. That sounds good. I don't know if you hear it all together. Pretty awesome bass line. If I wanted to add to that, I want a guitar. I want to get a funky guitar in there. So I'm going to click on electric guitar here. Let's see. I'm going to find the key, and I'm going to click on one of these guitars. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking for, more of that. I think I'm going to start with this. And then I might throw in this one of these. Really like that. I don't know how this is all going to sound. I'm just dragging it in right now. So let's just see how that sounds. That's really cool. I'm kind of looking for more of, yeah, kind of this funky chord kind of thing. Oh yeah, that's cool. Turn that off. So I think what we could do is I like this staccato funk guitar. And I really like this wah. It sounds very similar. We can pan one to each side, left and right. And I want to bring the levels down a little bit. I really like that too. There's some really good stuff. So let's bring this sample in here as well. Let's see what we can do here. And then if I want to copy this section, I can hold the Option key and then drag it over. And to keep it all consistent, what I'm going to do is, this is the wah guitar, and this is also a wah guitar. So we're going to try to keep that on the right speaker, and then this one on the left, and I could shift this over. So. So that's kind of cool. Create a little funk groove there. So that's how loops work. And in the next episode, we're going to work more on, we're going to get into software instruments next. We're going to work more in the piano roll and how to manipulate these MIDI regions and to quantize things. So I'll see you at the next episode, episode 3.